Okay, here's your video from Friday. Which I think I remember you telling me it was like 13 seconds under course time or something amazing, so... Buzz and his raps. He has nice raps. Yay, Buzz! Nice. Okay, so you set him down a little bit better. He's definitely positioned better at the jump. So that's good because he's set up so he can do this slice like this. That's nice. That was good. And you still really look at him, which I expect you to look at him because he runs right at your feet and you don't want to step on him. And I know we've sort of discussed this before, but in your Friday trainings, or do you go on Fridays? I don't know. But if you train with a group, just tell like one person that you're supposed to be not watching him. And when I say not watching him, that doesn't mean that you don't see him in your peripheral vision. But your head, try to work on that, Candace, so your head isn't totally aimed down at him, okay? Have your head be, halfway between horizontal and all the way down looking at the ground. So it's kind of, in between that angle. And you can see him in your peripheral, so you won't step on him. But it's a little bit more of a forward cue for him. And I think it might help him a little bit so he doesn't do like he takes a jump and then he comes into you and then you push him out to the next jump and then he comes into you, that sort of thing. If he thinks you're sort of looking ahead to the next thing, which is what you should be doing, I think it'll help straighten him out. But I also understand that he's a small dog and he runs really close to your feet. And it's hard to not, look directly down at him. This part was all fine. I think, yeah, boy, I was wondering if you could have tried to do a blind at the end of the tunnel, but I don't know, it was pretty close. I think he sends to tunnels pretty good, but yeah, it was pretty close because he pretty much comes out when you're right there. So then you do the rear cross and it's fine. He reads it and it's fine. You do a good job of throwing your arm up when he's sort of coming into you, after he takes a jump and he sort of comes into you. And now, I want you, for sure, in training, I want you to stop this walking by the weave poles, Candace, okay? Your dog knows how to weave, okay? And in training, it's training, right? It doesn't matter. There's not a cue on the line, okay? So try a slow jog next to the weave poles and see what happens. Try pulling ahead of him and see if you can be like 1 or 2 poles ahead of him. Try it in training. And if he does it in training, then you need to be brave and you need to try it at a trial. You need to trust him, okay? He can weave. He knows how to weave. So you need to push his limits a little bit because when I watch you, you move at a really consistent speed and then you get to the weave poles and you slow down to a walk. Okay? And I just not convinced that he needs that. I think you're being overly cautious. Okay? And if you can get confident with being 1 to 2 pulls ahead of him, that distance ahead of him in the weaves, it's going to help you. I mean, it's going to give you a little bit of an advantage for at least the obstacle right after the weave pulls, okay? And he does his wrap really nice like he always does. And you get him in the tunnel. He sends to tunnels really good, and you should use that to your advantage as well. Get him over here, send him out, and he comes with you. He's very good at just coming with you. Okay, so here he takes this jump, and I can see because you're crossing on this side of the jump, and so because you're here, he was questioning you because he thought maybe he didn't know if he was supposed to go here or if you're going to cross here, and that's fine. It's that's not a criticism. That is something that comes with if you're going to do a rear cross on the flat on the landing side of a jump, okay? But look at this picture where it is stopped. You are staring down at him and he is staring up at you, okay? I really think that if, right, see how you're looking ahead right now and see how he's looking ahead? And then he gets here and he's not sure where to go, and he looks up at you and you're staring at him. I really want you to work on this in your training this winter, okay? I know it's more difficult at a trial because it's harder to focus on specific stuff like that, but in training, I want you to really try to focus on this, okay? And part of the reason why because he's already looking at you, but you're already looking at him too. And part of the reason is because you're just a tad behind and he needs to know where to go. He needs some information. So that's part of the problem because he just wasn't sure where to go. Now he knows, but now he's ahead of you again. He gets ahead of you, so he curls into you. And you look down at him, but here your head is good. See how your head, this is exactly what I want. You're not staring down at him, you're looking ahead at where he should go, okay? And I think if you can get more consistent with this right here, I think it really will help you with this. He takes a jump and he comes into you, and then you push him back, you know. But see, now you're looking down at him. But he's already, see how he's looking like sort of towards the camera? He's doing that because you were staring ahead. Right here, your gaze and your head is forward, and see he's looking at you? And he's like, oh, okay. And then he turns and then you look at him. And I mean, I understand that he's right at your feet and you want to be sure where he is. And you need to let me know, like, you know, I don't wear glasses, so you need to let me know. You need to sort of figure out what range or what angle you can still see him. You know what I mean? I mean, because maybe part of the reason why you look down, your head position is so down, is because you wear glasses, and to see him clearly, you have to turn all the way down. So I don't know. You need to maybe experiment with that a little bit. You can even do it around the house, and then let me know, because, you know, I'll stop harping on it if you can't see him unless you're looking all the way down, if, you know, if that makes sense. But I still think you could sort of, yeah, I don't know. Just let me know, okay? So experiment with that a little bit around the house, and experiment with the weaves in training, okay? Just remember, it's training. So training doesn't have to be perfect, right? That's where we really learn the things that we need to know about our dogs, and the weaknesses in our training is when we have training practice, okay? That was a good run, though. It was nice.